Well, what's going on, Cardinal Nation? Man, very, very rough loss tonight. Losing in extra innings 9-8 to the Milwaukee Brewers. And the frustrating thing about this one was at one point we had a 6-1 lead and we were 3 outs away from winning this game. And the Brewers scored 3 runs in the ninth inning. We got a run in the 10th inning. Then the Brewers got 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th, and that was that. So, and the Brewers, actually, before this game even started, they became the first team in baseball to clinch a playoff spot. As due to the Texas Rangers beating the New York Mets, yes, the Mets lost again. They have now lost, I think, 8 straight games. And the Mets are they're just barely above 500. And yes, the Brewers will be in the playoffs for a fourth straight year, I believe. And likely on their way to another Central Division title. So, we will get off to a great start. Solo home run by Ivan Herrera. That would put us up 1-0 off of Brewers right-hander rookie Jacob Misiorowski, who faced the Cardinals in his Major League debut back in June and went, I believe, 6 no-hit innings. He got off to an amazing start, was actually an all-star after just like 4 starts. And later in the first, Lars Nootbaar an RBI double. He would then advance to third on an error. So that would give us a 2-0 lead. Then, in the top of the third, Brendan Donovan, a solo home run. For Donovan, his first home run since being activated off the IL was just activated yesterday. So that would give us a 3-0 lead. Also, before this game, we unfortunately got some bad news, and it's that shortstop Mason Wynn is going to be out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. He did not play at all in the Seattle series. Thought he could avoid going on the IL and just play through it and get treatment once the season ends, but unfortunately, it had not been going well, and so he's going to be done for the year. But a very fine season for Mason, comes just short of hitting 10 home runs, 9 home runs total, and I think has a good chance of winning the Gold Glove for a shortstop, potentially even Platinum Glove. He was that good defensively. So, too bad he won't be playing the rest of the year. But a fine season he had in his second season in the majors. So Sonny Gray was cruising. A fine outing by Sonny Gray. 5 innings, gave up 2 runs. Could have been much more. Got out of a base loaded jam at the bottom of the third. Cardinals will be up 6-1 entering the bottom of the 6th. The Brewers then cut to 6-2. William Contreras a sac fly. The one was charged to Gray. It was off of a Matt Svanson. And then the top of the 8th, or the bottom of the 8th rather, Contreras a sac fly to make it 6-3, and then Christian Yelich will ground out. So just like that would be a 6-4 game. 2 earned runs allowed by JoJo Romero, so hoping to get some insurance in the 9th. Thomas Sajaci with an RBI single. Nathan Church would score. So that would put us up 7-4, so a nice insurance run, but was hoping for more for Riley O'Brien, as there was still just 1 out, but unfortunately would strand 2 runners. So O'Brien, of course, he somehow got out of a base-loaded no-one-out jam Wednesday in Seattle. He would hit the first 2 batters, so just like that, 2 runners on, and the tying run would come to the plate. Sal Frelick with an RBI double to make it 7-5, and then Jackson Chourio, an infield single that would make it 7-6, and O'Brien would be taken out. Kyle Leahy coming in trying to get the save, and he'll get the first down, a fly out. Then William Contreras an RBI single to tie it up 7-7. So then at this point, just trying to keep it tied, send it to extras, and he would do that. So with, of course, the extra inning rule, with the runner on second, course, we played in 13 innings Wednesday in Seattle, so I was hoping to get more than one run. When you're the road team, you really want to get more than one run in the extra frame. And a scary moment, Victor Scott would be hit by a pitch on his hand. Fortunately, he would stay in the game. And then Brendan Donovan would walk to load the bases for Ivan Herrera, who was needed a triple for the cycle. Unfortunately, he would ground his double play, but a run would score to put us up 8-7. So just the one run, unfortunately. So just hoping that Kyle Leahy would somehow hang on and get the win. And Caleb Durbin would retie it up 8-8. And then Andrew Monasterio with an RBI single to win it 9-8 for the Brewers. They pick up their 91st win of the year. That's the most in baseball. And yeah, it's just a killer loss for the Cardinals. By the way, that was on the 10th pitch of the at-bat. So, and the Mets lost again. And yeah, just wasted a great start from Sonny Gray, 8 strikeouts. And Riley O'Brien, who had been very good, was, hoping he would close it out, but would not. So, just it's disappointing. We've now lost 5 straight, and really, I think if we don't win tomorrow, then I think our playoff hopes, if we don't win tomorrow, are pretty much done. So, the Mets lost, like I said. Oddly enough, it seems like every time the Mets lose, the Cardinals also lose too. So the Cincinnati Reds also lost tonight to the Athletics. So in the San Francisco Giants, now we are basically competing with, we'll face them in our next road trip a week from Monday. They lost to the Dodgers tonight. So now in the standings, the Giants, the Mets have a half-game lead over the Giants, the Reds 1.5, the Diamondbacks 2, and the Cardinals 4. So anything can happen with now 13 games left, and yeah, so I just really hope we can win tomorrow afternoon. It'll be Miles Mikolas getting the start against Jose Quintana for the Brewers, a veteran. So, and the Reds have now lost back-to-back to the last place Athletics. They'll come to town Monday night. So, till Sunday, yeah, I just really hope we can rebound after 2 really rough losses. Well, I guess really 3. 2 killer losses in extra innings, lost in 13 innings Wednesday, and now in this one. And the Brewers did not hit a single home run in this game, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, they're going to be tough to beat. They have an outstanding rotation, and a lot of young players, but they're a dangerous team. So, and they'll probably get the first round bye in the playoffs too. So anyway, till Sunday, then the Brewers come to St. Louis next weekend. So till then, Count Rick for saying, go Cards.